Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into an explainer that's designed to do one very specific, absolutely crucial thing. Transform you from an emotional market participant into a strategic, calculated architect of your own trades. We're looking at the ultimate culmination of a crypto trader's journey, specifically focusing on a massive milestone from our source material known simply as Day 28.
But before we get into the actual mechanics, let me ask you something right out of the gate. What is the single difference between a gambler and a trader? Well, I'll tell you, it's not luck. It's not even necessarily the size of their bankroll. It's having a documented, rigorous plan. Because honestly, engaging the crypto markets without a structured system isn't trading. It's literally just throwing darts in the dark. The sheer volatility of a 20% midnight Bitcoin swing will absolutely eat you alive if you don't have a structural blueprint to fall back on when the pressure hits.
So, hitting Day 28 of your foundational learning means it's officially time to build your personal crypto trading playbook. Think of this like your constitution. It's a complete, personalized trading plan that dictates every single action you take in the market. It's the culmination of everything you've learned so far, finally codified and put down on paper, so you never ever have to second-guess yourself in the heat of the moment.
All right, here is the master strategy we'll be covering today. 1. The playbook itself. 2. Defining your trading environment. 3. Setting your execution rules. 4. Guardrails and risk management. And 5. The crucial review process.
Okay, let's jump right into Part 1, Day 28, the playbook, laying the foundation. Reaching Day 28 is really a behavioral threshold, right? It means you've gathered all the knowledge, and now it's time to move from just theory into absolute protocol. We take a raw, 10-item checklist and organize it into 4 master phases. Environment dictates exactly where and when you trade. Execution dictates how you trade. Defense protects your capital, and evolution dictates how you improve. You can't just have one or two of these working. A true playbook requires the whole shebang to be in sync if you want to survive and thrive.
Moving on to Part 2, defining your trading environment, establishing the territory.
Look, before you can win any battle, you've got to know exactly where that battle is taking place. You absolutely must strictly define your boundaries. First up, the markets. Are you trading blue chips like Bitcoin, or are you chasing highly volatile altcoins? Second, timeframes. Are you making split-second decisions on a frantic 15-minute chart, or taking a wider view on a calm daily chart? And third, trading hours. The crypto market never sleeps, but you have to. If you don't officially clock out, the 24/7 tape is going to completely burn you out.
All right, Part 3. Setting your execution rules. Defining the attack.
Before a single fraction of your capital is deployed, you have got to clearly document your specific market setups. What exact pattern needs to happen? You know, a guy on Twitter said it's going up. Yeah, that is not a setup. What specific indicator alignment or price action do you actually need to see? If you can't mathematically describe the trigger to someone else, you frankly have no business taking the trade. And this really highlights the rigid duality of a trade, pushing forward versus pulling the ripcord. Your entry rules define the precise trigger that gets you into the market once your setup appears. But just as importantly, maybe even more importantly, your exit rules define your escape route. Are you hitting a predetermined profit target? Are you stopping out? You have to mathematically know your exit before you ever finalize your entry.
Which brings us to Part 4, guardrails and risk management, building the defense.
It is so incredibly easy to get caught up in the excitement of profits, but defense is about pure survival. It keeps you in the game long enough to actually let your edge play out. You have 3 critical components here: risk rules, maximum trades per day, and no trade conditions. These 3 elements act as your non-negotiable defensive line against emotional decisions and sudden violent market shifts. Your risk rules, for instance, dictate exactly what percentage of your total capital you're allowed to risk on any single setup.
But the absolute crucial point I want to highlight is having a maximum number of trades per day. Having a hard numerical circuit breaker literally forces you to stop overtrading. Revenge trading, taking loss after loss, just trying to win your money back, is a massive threat. By documenting a maximum number, let's say 3 trades a day, you build a physical wall between you and your worst impulses. You hit the number and your trading day is over. Period.
Notice the stark contrast here between your permitted trading hours and your no-trade conditions. Your trading hours are your schedule, but your no-trade conditions, those are the environments where, even if you're sitting right there at your desk, you lock your hands and do absolutely nothing. Maybe it's during a major Federal Reserve announcement or during an extreme sideways chop. Believe it or not, sitting on your hands is a highly profitable skill.
Finally, Part 5, the crucial review process, continuous improvement.
Listen, without a review process, you're just going to make the exact same mistakes on an endless loop. Step 1 is executing your playbook flawlessly. Step 2 is the mandatory review. This isn't just counting your profits and losses. It's a cold, analytical breakdown of how well you actually adhere to your rules. And step 3 is using that concrete data to inform and sharpen tomorrow's strategy, ensuring that every single trade is a learning opportunity.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to ask yourself a seriously crucial question. Does your current approach to the crypto markets follow these 10 non-negotiable rules? Because honestly, if you don't have these elements, your environment, your execution, your defense, and your review, strictly codified in a written playbook, are you really trading? Or are you just playing a game of chance? Take a step back, act like an architect, and go build your